Gameoration.
What is going on, guys? It's Taylor.
And it's your boy Dre.
Welcome to Gameoration, where we talk about games sometimes. And actually, this week, there's a lot of game talk this week. Only because I'm going to name this episode C.R.E.A.M. If you're a Wu-Tang fan, you know what that means. And
okay, I thought I was like, oh, this is getting
no, spicy.
Legion Shoot Larry talk, huh?
Oh yeah, no. So yeah, well, cash rules everything around me. So, but before that, I want to get into the life and the mystery of Dre, international man of mystery. So Dre has spoken in the past, like, oh yeah, like money, and I wish I had more money and blah blah, like we all do. But I know how much Dre makes, and for some reason, Dre always ends up finding himself in these exotic areas and places where he's like, oh yeah, I just happened to like get this, and it's gifted to me or what have you, right? So Dre may not say so, but I think like Dre's some like low-key kingpin where
I wish
no it's just more like it's more of those like, yeah, like I do favors, and you always say like I do people favors, and like I don't charge them. Yeah, you don't charge them money, but what you do is you got something in your pocket, right? So like, yeah, like you have them in your pocket and then you use that later on. So I just want to kind of elaborate and kind of have you just talk about your highfalutin Hawaii trip.
Look, that's just luck of the draw, really.
Yeah, that's what they always say. So did you have fun, or what did you do?
I had a lot of fun. So I'm old now, right? So now I'm at the point where it's like, what sounds like a fun vacation to me is doing absolutely nothing.
Laying by the pool and drinking Mai Tais?
Yes. So we went to Hawaii because, like, your first time you go anywhere, you're like, oh, I'm gonna Rome. And you make this checklist, like, I'm gonna go to the Coliseum, then I'm gonna go to the Louvre, then I'm gonna go to the train, and I'm gonna, like, you make all these things, and like
all the tourist spots.
Yeah, and by the time you get home, you're like, man, I'm so drained. I need a vacation because I did all this shit on vacation.
Yeah,
I'm over that. Now I'm like, all right, cool. We're gonna Hawaii. This is what I'm gonna do. Nothing. I'm chilling, watching this damn TV. listen to the wind. That's what I did. So Mai Tais and chill at the beach. It was great. Absolutely great. Yeah, I'm over like doing all that other jazzy, all that fancy stuff other people do.
But did you keep your same sleep schedule where you stay up all night and then you just sleep during the day?
Unfortunately, I couldn't because Hawaii. So there's a 6 hours flight for one, right? So when you go from California to Hawaii, there's that 6 hour gap, and then California specifically is 3 hours ahead. So trying to stay up late to 2 a.m. Let's say you wanted to stay up till midnight, even that. It's a whole like a solid number, midnight. That's 9 p.m. in Hawaii time.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to stay up to 2 a.m., that's now
11.
Like 11. So like trying to stay up to like my normal 5 or 4 or 5, it just would have been like midnight, and it just threw it off. So every day, everyone was going to sleep around like 10, and then I tried to stay up to like midnight. But the one thing about chilling at the side of a pool is like the most exhausting thing you can do in life. If you ever
it's the sun drains you.
Yeah, you're just like bouncing around like ha ha ha, I'm having fun and I'm not doing it, and then like you get home, like it feels like you ran a marathon.
Yeah.
So I couldn't stay up. So every day I probably went to bed like around 11 and midnight. And yeah.
God, whatever, Grandpa. Jesus.
I enjoyed it. Like that was my. It was good. It was great. It was ultimately great. How did you spend your quote unquote vacation week?
My vacation, well, we're supposed to go to Legoland on this past Friday with my daughter's birthday, and then I woke up with vertigo. So I woke up and I couldn't walk without falling, which sucked. So my wife and her friend ended up stepping in and taking going with my wife and my daughter to Legoland. So they all went and had fun. I sat home and got sick and sat on the couch and watched the World Cup and watched Spain play. And then my head went back to normal. It started on Friday. It got back to normal on Sunday. Like it was like it would suck. I think I told you in the past, like I got vertigo like one time earlier this year, I think, or last year. But I literally got up from bed. And I woke up. I got up, and then the whole room started spinning. Like it's
Oh yeah,
like when you're drunk, but like out the whole drinking part.
yeah, no,
It sucked.
that was when I caught COVID. The first thing I remember is when I tried to get up to go downstairs because I was like getting a drink of water. It felt like standing up. It felt like my head was in a blimp,
Yeah.
and like I was looking down, and the world felt like it was like 100 miles away. It was the weirdest sensation. And yeah, I was like, okay, I think I'm sick. So I know exactly what you mean. Plus, getting older, like when I was a kid, I could ride like Viper 8 times in a row. And I thinking of nothing of it. Now I'm like like something like the teacups. That just
Oh
sounds
yeah,
like
spin. No, yeah, no. I'm tapping out. Like
yeah,
I know we went to Legoland with my daughter a couple years ago with the first time, and they had these little teacup ish rides, and I'm like I
yeah.
sat inside. I'm like, don't fucking spin the ride. What? Don't, just don't. And then my wife's, oh, daddy's old. He can't take it. And I'm like, you don't want me to get sick. I'm like, I will not have an enjoyable rest of the day because like it was like the third or fourth ride we went on. I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no way I'm gonna be enjoying the rest of the day with like getting sick and my head being in a haze. So like they spun it, but it didn't spun very fast. But I'd use the trick where like you look at something and you don't take your
Yeah, you'd
focus
like
off
keep your
that.
and you'd like yeah.
So I was just glaring at my wife the whole time, like she was sitting across from me, and I'm like, as long as I don't look somewhere else, like I'll be okay. And that was fine, but
That's good.
it was a test. But yeah, essentially that was it. Just been like everything. I did start. They did send me a code for a game, which I'm like, oh, we play, but like you were out your international waters. Um, so it's I can't post any video. They said because the embargo is actually no fuck it. The embargo is on Wednesday. It's tomorrow. So when this comes out, so fuck it. I'll talk about it a little bit. So I forgot what the fucking game is called, but it's called, oh Jesus, and that was gonna bug me now. I don't remember the goddamn game. But it is essentially
It's
like
going great.
an open world. It's like Mega Man, but if Mega Man's levels were open world. So
So
so no,
like Mega Man Legends.
sorry, not open world, but open. I coined it open level. So I thought like because you start out like they give you very minimal information, right, as far as like what to do, and then I'm like, okay, cool. So um like the story wise, it's pretty slim, but I'm looking at actually again trying to get the name of the game right now, but you start off and like you're like okay like I'm going to a level to do some stuff, and there's no like you start going right like you always do, but it's called Clarity. It's called Clarity, the Seven Demons of Vanguardia. That's what it's called. Just yeah, so just want to put it out there. Sorry. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get the video up on Friday. Anyway, so you start the game off, it has a small semi story, and then you it takes you to a screen where you pick like um I thought you picked a power because it has all these faces, and it has like poison, fire, ice, like water or ice, whatever. And those are levels. I find out. I'm like, oh, those aren't weapon. So those aren't skills you choose from. There's actual levels. So that boss has that power. So and just like every
Mm.
Mega Man, you pick one boss, and then you have to find the order of which boss affects the other boss more. So you start the level, and there is no map or anything, and you go right, and you find out that you can go right, up, and left, and everywhere. And like I'm like, oh fuck, is this gonna be a Metroidvania game? I was worried about that, but no, you have to find 3 keys per level, and it's essentially open level where like you can go wherever you want in the level, however whichever way you want, but you have to find the 3 keys, and then there is the actual ending like a gate. It has 3 keys, but you have to put the 3 keys in the gate and go to the boss. Um, but I mean, it's an interesting concept, and I did. I did the fire boss first because I thought I'm like, oh, I want firepower. And then you do gain that power of that boss. So I did have a
Mm.
fire. I just completed the ice boss, and then I'm like, I wonder. So I switched to my fire weapon, and I defeated the ice boss in like in 3 hits. And, like he just fucking destroyed the person. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
So
So it is like that where
it
it
has
you
like Mega
yeah
Man. If you use the quote unquote opposite element or the negative element, so you can kind of like get to basically do some harm to them. Yeah, I got
yeah,
you.
and like and the cool thing is like the levels. It's really like they want you. They gave you the ability to not cheat, but skip around the level. Like so, there will be like you can go like right to left as like making your way up a level or a section of the level, or you can just like double jump and like hang on to walls and double jump off of them, and then kind of like jump around and kind of if you find a good pathway, take it, and you'll skip a bunch of enemies and things that'll harm you. There are some coins you pick up and you can use to upgrade like life and your weapons and how they work. And then there are some
Mm.
special pickups that you get to increase other parts of your armor and stuff and your weapons. Um, but then there are things you pick up like chess pieces, and I have no idea what they do, and nothing is never explained. It's just like you go somewhere and you find these gold chests, and like it's oh you found this chess piece, this means this, but it doesn't really affect you in any way, shape, or form. Just something you hold on to. Okay, so I assume that later on, if you find all of them or find a majority of them,
was this
it'll unlock something.
was this a full game or this was like a
No,
demo?
it's a full game. It comes
Oh,
out
okay.
tomorrow, and then but our videos on Wednesday, Friday. I'll try to finish it and put it up by Friday or a review because I was gonna do like a walkthrough, and I was like, this isn't a walkthrough kind of game because you can choose any path you want to, and I don't want to show a pathway that I take and have everybody like, oh, take this pathway, it's the best or whatever. No, like you get to where you need to go, like however you want to do it. Like like there is no
Yeah.
wrong pathway because the door is always the door for all of us. For you, the boss door, and it's up to you how you want to do the keys. But I did find out that some levels, like the ice level, there is if you go to a certain part, you can't get back up to the beginning or where you need to go. So you literally need to stop, exit level, and restart the level again, and then it'll kick you back to a safe point, a checkpoint somewhere in the level. And then you have to keep doing that if you go to a place where you can't get back up because there's too many jumps and you can't double jump, you can't wall jump. You have a certain amount of wall jumps and double jumps, to do. Um, so I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But yeah, I made my way around it. So it's just an interesting job. So I will have it up on Friday so you can check it out.
It sounds like
Um,
fun.
it is. It is fun. It's interesting. I'm like, oh, it's like Mega Man. Okay, so once I knew that, and once I knew the concept of like it's an open level, or like I said, again, you play it how you want it. The end goal is the same for all of us. Once I had that mentality, I'm like, okay, cool. Like I know, and each level is like 40 minutes to an hour long. So if and there's 7 bosses, so if you were to spend at least what $10 or so on this game, 15 maybe. It's one of those East Asia Soft games that we get demo codes for all the time, so they're usually pretty cheap. 10-15 bucks. They'd be a reasonable price. Would be like roughly like $1 an hour and then some. So yeah, hopefully I will have it up by Friday. Hopefully. So yeah, so that has been. Have you been playing anything? I know you're on vacation. Did you take Steam Deck with you? Anything to Hawaii?
I did. I brought my Steam Deck. And I honestly I don't think I even took it out. I was trying to get to it, but like I said, I was just so relaxed. It was just like you've seen Dragon Ball Z when they go into the hyperbolic chamber. It was like that.
You spend a day and a half, or and then like it go like 20 years like that?
Yeah, it's
You
what it
saying you
felt like.
train, you eat?
Cause like I bought like all this like I always overpack. Yeah, this is a problem I have, but I brought like I said, I brought my laptop so I could do some laptop stuff. I set up my home computer
Mm-hmm.
before I left so I could remote into it from Hawaii so I can do some stuff. And then I brought my Steam Deck to play some Steam games when I got bored or whatever. And I didn't even touch either one of those. That never even
Nothing at all.
like opened up at all. Like like they didn't even come out of my bag. I was like, oh, I don't know what I did. So like, that's why people ask me what I did. Like, I don't think I did anything.
Did you even have the inkling, just by chance for funsies, to bring your Switch 2 with you?
Oh man, I packed that away. I don't even know what it is anymore. No, Switch Two is kind of a bust for me, unfortunately.
I
I
mean,
even kind of
it's coming up like in what, a year, right? It's been out for about a year or so,
yeah, like
and you've acquired how many games? Mark for
I have
World.
Ball X Pit and Mario Kart World. And I was debating. I'm still like I told you this. Like Star Fox 64 is like one of my all time favorite games. Like
Yeah,
I like if there were trophies back then, I would have platinumed that game 8 times over. Like
yeah.
legitimately, I can even to this date I can like quote entire stages in my head.
Do
And
you remember all the
yeah,
shortcuts and everything?
I do. I do. I can tell you. Okay, well, the shortcuts are kind of obvious too. Like they actually show you like it'll be like there's a path here, and it'll show 2 planets on the side. So one of them's the obvious one. One's in like what if you took the alternate path.
Yeah,
I actually know where, or I remember what to do to get to each shortcut.
right on. Well,
So,
the new one just came out. I mean, it's there
so
for
yeah,
you. Are you gonna
that's why I
are
was
you thinking
bringing it
about it?
up. I was like, do I want to buy? The problem is I have this annoying nagging thing in my head, like because I bought Final Fantasy X like 4 times, right? Like it's like, oh, HD remake, HD triple remake, PlayStation 5 HD.
Yeah.
And then like God of War. I think I bought 3 versions of God of War, 1, 2, and 3. Like I think I literally legitimately own 3 versions of each one of those games. Metal
Mm-hmm.
Gear Solid. At some point, like I'm just rebuying. They're just repackaging the same damn thing, and then just rebuying it. So
And
I'm,
you're
I'm
buying it,
wondering,
yeah.
like, yeah. So I'm wondering, do I want to buy this repackaged? Is it really so like there's a difference, right? There's a Resident Evil 2 and 3 versus like the original Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Yeah.
They remade those games. Like they're not even remotely like the first games.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're completely like they had the same like thematic themes and like bone structures, but those are different games entirely.
Yeah.
Um, I'm wondering if Star Fox is going to be like a HD remake or if it's going to be a new game. So I'm
See, I heard there was a possibility of a new added level that wasn't added in the first game. Um,
okay.
I mean that's I think it's the only thing that possibly I that could would be a
When it
game
sh-
seller, but
when they
also
showed the intro, it
mhm.
felt like a upscaled 64,
Yeah,
and I was
you
like,
turned all the pointy edges smooth, and then there
yeah.
you go.
You put
Well,
you put the settings on ultra high. That's all it felt like. It's like, oh, I don't want to.
I mean,
But
but
at the end of the day, I'm like, I'll probably get it when it's like $20 because I don't
do you
want to be
think that
spending.
Nintendo will really put that on sale? Like that's going to be a wow.
Well, yeah,
Now you aren't hurting to play it right away, but I mean this is a stepping stone, right? This is a hey, you saw Star Fox and Mario Galaxy movie. Here's Star Fox game. This will tide you over
yeah.
until this will tide you over until you get the Zelda HD, Ocarina of Time remake with, or no, I'm sorry, no, I lied. I think it was Ocarina of Time has New Dungeon, possibly not Star Fox.
Mm.
Sorry. So until you get Ocarina of Time in December, and then, oh, by the way, September 1st, we're raising the price to $50 for the Switch 2.
Oh
So,
wow.
so it's just more like it's a stepping stone and to hold you over until, hey, we're still making games for this, AAA games essentially for this system. Don't count us out or don't put us in the closet like Dre did. Um, but I guess that will lead me into the my next one of my topics here. Um,
Oh, sorry.
multiple. What's up?
Before you go to the next topic, so I'm reading it right now,
Sorry.
which kind of has solidified my decision.
Uh oh.
Star Fox for Nintendo Switch 2 is highly faithful direct remake, utilizing the same beat for beat level design, story, and core combat mechanics, which sounds like Star Fox 64 on ultra high settings. So
So
maybe not.
same shit, different toilet. Gotcha.
Yes. So yeah. So when it comes down to price, maybe I'll get it.
That'd be a while. Um, but speaking of,
Did you just say bong?
A bong?
Yeah, I heard bong like a Chinese gong.
Oh no
I said I
no.
missed it say gong.
Oh dang. No. No, no
Oh, it
gongs
sounded
here.
like you hit it like you like okay. Well, speaking of gong,
Oh,
I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
maybe I tapped the microphone. I'm sorry. That's on me if I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Sorry. Or maybe
It
my chair squeaked or whatever.
it
Um
sounded kind of cool, like a transition now. Transition, boom. Let's talk about where we're
oh,
going.
see, now
That's
I
really
can't do it again, so it made me feel bad. Like fuck, if it is really cool, like something I want to do more often now. Um so let's talk about some price raises before we get to, and then the Steam machine got announced. Um
Yeah, let's talk about that first. The
okay.
ultimate price raise of all price raises. Obviously, no one knew how what price the Steam machine was going to cost.
Yeah.
And like I said, I this honestly the Steam Deck has got me back into wanting to game more and kind of like putting money into like specifically Steam
Yeah.
as a platform. Like I would honestly rate this like the only reason I don't know like this the Steam Deck over the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't need an extra like Wi-Fi thing. I don't need a Steam Deck account like a paid Steam Deck account.
Yeah.
I can buy games. I can play. So like Steam Machine was going to be the not console killer, but the alternative console to people who don't want to fucking play for a PlayStation Online account or what do they call it? Xbox account, Xbox
That's
Gold.
yeah, live, I guess, or
Yeah,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah, like or a Switch Online, like basically a subscription to own a console. Steam Machine was going to be opposite that, and in many ways it still is if we're being technical, right? So let's say if you bought a Steam Machine
Yeah.
or PlayStation 5 in 10 years' time, assuming that you get like the basic account for a PlayStation 5, you technically have spent more money on that PlayStation 5 than the Steam machine.
If you get
But
the was it the Pro or whatever, the what do you guys have, the PS, what's it called?
I don't know.
Well, like
No,
well like
I would say PlayStation Plus. There
there
you
you go,
go.
yeah.
Like yeah, so that costs like I don't 100 remember how much it costs, but I'm pretty sure it's at least $100 a year. They're all like $100 a year, right?
Yeah.
And that's for like so like yeah like they come in tiers like the essentials and like the best, but no one's getting like the crappy one unless you're poor. So like, right. So
I mean the Steam
at the
machine,
end,
go ahead.
at the end of the day, you're just paying more, but the upfront cost is what the pain point that everyone's dragging on right now, right?
Yeah.
Um, and even when they announced it, like the PlayStation 3 was like $800, and everyone was like, "Ooh, the Steam machine is what 1,000? Is that
1050
the
1050 for the base model, 512 gigs base model with no controller, with a controller 1128 or 11 yeah, 1128. The 2 terabyte bundle for 1350 or 1430 with a Steam controller.
yeah,
I mean, but
that's
you
asking so much.
yeah. So a couple things. Yeah, you can get it with a controller, but also Steam does recognize all controllers, right? You can get an Xbox controller, a
Yeah,
PlayStation controller, and use those. Those are fine. So if you have a controller, I'm pretty sure you can buy even a cheap knockoff one and have it recognized, as long as it's Bluetooth, and have it be recognized and used. I think it can use your Luna controller as well. It'll take
the
that.
what controller? I
Yeah,
never
or
heard of
Luna.
that.
Um, but I mean, for I mean, the thing is
So
like
I'm looking at the PlayStation pricing just to
we'll get that.
help make my point. Yeah.
I'll get to that in a moment because I'll talk about it too. A couple the specs on that, those raises for the other consoles. But let's talk about the Steam machine for a moment.
No,
If you
I'm bringing this back to Steve Shimmy. So I was
yeah
talking about like with the price, right? So let's
yeah
say you bought everyone's gonna want the bigger version, right? So that's like $1,400. If you buy a PlayStation Basic with the cheapest online package, you're paying 70 with $80 a year. So
mm-hmm,
even at that, if you bought like the basic Steam machine, which is $1,000, and a PlayStation 5, the basic package, it would take almost 5-6 years to basically quote unquote break even.
yeah.
So yeah, that's like a pain point on a Steam machine. Even if you had the highest package, it would still take 4 years to break even. And at that point, it just makes it hard to really like it. Just what I'm trying to say is like it's really like narrows the who is this for and who's actually going to buy the machine. It's sad, kind of sad to me because I actually have been kind of investing in Steam as a company as a whole. Yeah,
So my first thing I thought of was streaming, right? So
Right.
how are you going to record the gameplay if because people are like, oh, I want to record my gameplay if they play it on PC through Steam, the Steam launcher, they can just record it using, with the Windows recorder or, any recorder they have, OBS, whatever they want to record the screen and their gameplay. If they use the Steam machine and they want to record, they have to have like an Elgato or something plugged
You,
into
sh-
the computer, which seems
you sure?
kind of productive.
You, you sure it's not built in?
A built-in recorder to record your
Yeah.
gameplay.
Yeah.
I
Like
mean,
streaming it.
that's. Do you think it's built in? I don't know. I haven't read that.
I don't know that, but I know on like the PlayStation, it is like a thing where you can just kind of click record and it'll record, or it'll like kind of like it's technically actively recording it. Like you can kind of like if you hit save, it'll like give you like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, but
I
like if you're doing long plays of games, right, and you want to record like an hour or so of gameplay, like it's not gonna record that. I mean, especially if you're rocking like a 512 or whatever, and they have limits on that. That's 512, but I'm pretty sure that's allocate some space for OS and updates, and you know if anybody builds anything for the Steam machine that's gonna take up like any third party, like things that or apps that they allow, that's gonna take up space. But I'm saying that, but like if you want to record gameplay on a Steam machine, you're gonna have to still have to use a PC to connect to it to record the gameplay for long plays.
right.
You can't sit and live on 10-minute clips and kind of stop, upload it, whatever, or even transfer it to a PC. It seems very counterproductive. That was my first thing. Like that's gonna be kind of weird. So, I mean, if you get this Steam machine, I don't think you're getting it to stream on or record gameplay. It just seems like it's
Yeah.
just unnecessary. You might as well just spend that time upgrading your current computer to the necessary specs that this one has. Because yeah. Also,
And that's
uh,
also on that specific point. Like, there's not that many people, unless you're like a PC enthusiast, which I am. I build a computer like every 5 years, right, or even 3 or 4 years.
yeah,
Not too many people are even in. I don't even think anyone that's below the age of 25 even knows the idea of building their own computer without like serious help. So like even that's what I'm saying. Like, it never narrows the scope of who's going to buy it because yeah, people who don't people just don't build computers like they used to. Like it's not a necessary thing like it was back in the day. Like so, it just makes it more like kind of knock against like if this was priced at $700, anyone who would just want to buy a console, this would have been good for. But at 1,000 to 1,500, unless you are a build computer enthusiast, it's probably not for you. And then if you are a build computer enthusiast, it's not for you because you already built a computer. It's
yeah.
like a catch
I
too.
mean, does your Steam Deck have cloud saving?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's what I was thinking too. So they're trying to either market it, business wise, they're either going to market it or yeah, it's 1050, which is one thing is it's gonna right, it's gonna be the standard for all consoles. If it is if it is a big seller, that become the new standard, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But also the 512, like yeah, you can get a 512 gig, and like yeah, it's not a ton of space depending on how many games you have, because Steam has like a million fucking games in its library you can download, and they're always going for and they aren't always like $70. They're cheaper games too, but I think they may push to have you save to like the cloud, and then like yeah, you may not have all this money, you may not have all these like this like space on your SSD, and there may not be a way to upgrade it manually or to add to the or to whatever, but you can pay for this much and you can get like cloud space, and you can do that. I'm not sure if it's included with the Steam machine or an option or will be an option, but I mean if you can pay the $1,400 or so for a 2 terabyte hard drive, even then like I have a 2 terabyte hard drive and I put all my PC Xbox games on there, and that fills up pretty quick because those are huge games. Um, I mean, and if you're gonna play any like I guess AAA like say games, those are like uh, you know 50, 60 gigs or whatever just to play the game. I think Forza was like 100 and something gig. If you're playing Call of Duty, it's another 100 and something gigs plus they can add on stuff. So, I mean it seems like a lot of space, but over time it's going to fill up pretty quick. because every little bit pitches into that. So I'm wondering if they're going to have you, or they're gonna, or kind of not force you, but like push onto you, like, oh hey, use a Steam Cloud, use a Steam Cloud, use Steam Cloud. It's only cheaper price, but then you know what I
I
mean?
think that's because I think Steam is very. And then again, this is just me bashing a company that has mostly to me proven that it's users first.
Yeah,
Like even if you look at the Steam has built, they even like released all the specs and like they kind of give you like the direction. Like if you want to build this yourself, it's possible. Some people have actually even gone out of their way and saying like if you build a pound for pound Steam machine, it's roughly the same price. Like Steam's not trying to jip its customers. It comes up to like if you built the machine, I forget if it was what like $100 cheaper or more expensive.
mm-hmm.
So as that, I think Steam doing that, what you're saying is just a digital download. I think it would be fine. In some cases, like you don't need a physical download of the game, like something like Street Fighter, which is a huge game. Yeah, Cyberpunk, I understand. Uh, Balatro, you should be able to stream that shit. It is
Yeah,
like you need brain power to download Balatro. Well, I can understand. I'm not against that. In the assumption that Steam would kind of support it in the way that I think they would, which is just basically like maybe they do have a cloud storage thing, or because I know right now I can technically go to my TV and play Steam games through what I think is called Steam Link,
yeah,
Steam something
yeah.
on the same
I
networks.
can do it on my tablet as well. As long as my PC's
Yeah,
on, I can go the Wi-Fi and then connect to it.
yeah. So maybe it's something like that where like you can still connect. It just might be a little bit slower because it's at home, or they had the upgraded tier. Where it's like, oh, you want to just use our cloud thing, which would be like an extra $20 a month. I'm not against it. I again, as soon as Steam has its keeps with its customer first, kind of like accrement, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's out. I would say it's about at this point. I mean, I don't even hark on this anymore. We can kind of move on because yeah,
No, no,
the
okay.
pricing has reached. Everyone found out the pricing, and we're all like, ooh, that in turn to me makes it seem like, oh, that means that Steam, what is it called, Steam Frame, Steam VR,
Yeah.
is going to be just as bad, if not worse than, because the metas are everything's gone up in price, right? I bought the Meta Quest
Mm-hmm.
at, yeah, I think it cost me $400, and now it's like $500 for the same thing. So if you assume that the Steam is going through the same pain point that all the other companies are, like everything's just more expensive, because so much money, right? It's probably gonna cost like $800, $900. So it's gonna be just like a nail in that coffin too. Basically, killing the whole Steam hardware as a whole outside of the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I mean, other devices are going up as well. Like PlayStation is going from the PS5 Pro digital is going $900. The PS5
Nine
disc,
hundred bucks?
yeah, $900 is going to.
Oh my god!
So the PS5 disc is going to 650. The PS5 digital is going 600.
Oh, you
The
said 500, not 900.
No, 900 for the PS5 Pro digital.
Wow, I thought. Oh, wow, that is crazy.
Yeah. And then so the Xbox Series S 512 is going to go $100 to $500. The Series S 1 terabyte will be $600. The Series X, which I got for like $500, is now going to be $800. And the 2 terabyte models are being discontinued. So I mean,
Wow,
it's
I'm sorry. I'm just like I was. I at first I thought you misheard you, right? I
no,
thought you
no,
because I
that's
thought you said
yes,
900. I was like, oh,
blowing your
maybe he said
socks off. You're like,
500.
what the hell? Me clean my
And I was like,
ears.
wait, what? So I'm looking it up now, and I see 899.
Yeah.
That is a sign of the times that everyone is
And then there's rumor like
broke.
a PS6 is gonna be over $1,000. It has to be. Like if they raise it to $900, the older the PS5 that's been out for a while, then of course the new PS6 has to be over 1,000. It has to be more than the current one, so it's gonna be over $1,000. And like I said, like we mentioned the Steam Deck, Steam Machine price is like it's gonna be the new standard. Like everything's gonna be over $1,000. Like you're gonna have to take a gamble on your hardware and prey on your software to make a mark and be affordable. And yes, going back to who is this going to be for? I don't know. If you're pricing like I feel like they're pricing like Disneyland, right? So Disneyland is like raise their prices for a couple of reasons. One, they add more rides, they add more electricity or whatever, or they add more whatever they may be. But two, they keep out certain people, and it sucks to say that, but it does. Not to pay farm is like $60. You can go in for like you can buy a year pass for like $100 or so, right? For
You know what's
Disneyland.
wild?
What's up?
Not to get into Disneyland too much, but I went to Japan, right?
Uh huh.
Disneyland tickets cost like $50, man, to get to Disneyland. And like, so in Disneyland Japan, they have like a you know how they have the passes for the
The
Disneyland rides,
the Genie Pass.
the is it called Genie Pass? I don't know what it's
Yeah,
called.
no, it used to be
But
Fast Pass, now Genie Pass.
yeah. So they have that. It is like $16 per ride. And like you can still get in line, but if you want the fast pass, it's like 16, 15 or express, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you bought a ticket to Disneyland Tokyo, it got an express pass for all the rides, it is still cheaper than if you went to Disneyland
Proper.
California.
Oh,
Yeah. And it's wild the difference. And it's like they even have a night pass. Like let's say you don't want to get there at like 11 a.m.
mm-hmm.
or whenever doors open in Disneyland Tokyo, you can buy a night pass for half the like roughly like 2/3 to half the price, which is like
Yeah,
$30, and you can spend like maybe 3 or 4 hours in Disneyland, and that
yeah.
is just so it's wild the price difference in Disneyland. But I get what you're saying.
All the info
Disneyland,
I just read something today about Disneyland for summer hours. They're thinking about doing a $69 summer like nighttime pass for that.
they should. I think they would make some decent money. But yeah, what you're saying is 100% true. They price out certain elements, like
Yeah,
because like you want to keep it quote unquote upscale, so you price it at upscale pricing, um, and then like yeah, that creates like a certain like an expectation of how good the park's going to be at. You're paying $200 a ticket.
yeah,
You're expecting $200 ticket price, but at the same time, it just gives that like more exclusive upscale feeling. Where it's like this isn't for everybody. Only the best can afford this. So
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and if you're gonna spend $300-$400 on a ticket and your trip there, you're not gonna fuck around and find out. While you're in the park, you're gonna pretty much for the most part keep yourself under control, and you want to stay in the park. You don't get kicked out after spending all this fucking money you dropped. But like with the Steam machine, right? So I'm not sure who they're are they having people like, oh, like just buy a cheap laptop and use that, or build your own
well,
PC and
so
keep
here,
everything
so take a
cheaper?
step back.
Like,
There's no such thing as a cheap laptop anymore.
well, like good RAM prices, right? So like I guess $500 is like cheap, I guess, for a laptop now. I mean, but
Yeah, like
if
because compared to like if you
yeah,
took the specs of the Steam machine and then bought a laptop with similar specs, you're spending probably close to $1,300,
yeah,
if not 1,500, which might be worth it for you. Like, oh, I had this laptop. It's also a laptop, but it can
and you
play
can do
Steam
video editing as
games.
well on that, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. So I mean, like I said, I mentioned earlier, like yeah, they actually spec'd out what it would cost if you took the same parts at
Yeah,
today's pricing and tried to recreate the Steam machine
mm-hmm.
in maybe a bigger form factor but similar specs, it is about the same price, like $100 cheaper or more expensive. Steam machine isn't trying to cheat people. It's unfortunately we have a weird, crazy era where I bought a hard drive 2 years ago, right? Cost me $279. I was like, man, this is expensive. The other day I went to Amazon and clicked on that same hard drive to see what it cost now, and that's twice the price.
Jeez,
So like I luckily bought a laptop right before this AI slash memory boom,
yeah,
and it cost me $1,300. That same laptop probably would have cost me $1,800 to $2,000. Um, I mentioned to you earlier, my frame machine that cost
yeah,
$2,000. If it was built with today's pricing, it would be probably close to $4,000 to $3,000. Right? It's Steam machine is just fortunately the bad luck of timing.
yeah. And like back to like who's this for? Like who is it? Who is it? Who are they marketing it to? Like it's not going to be like families who have she nowadays like that's a lot to ask for somebody, even the cheapest base model. That's a lot to ask somebody at one time, unless you're gonna have like Steam financing or whatever. So you pay a monthly fee, you finance the machine until you pay it off. But like no family, of a certain um, income level is going to be able to afford this comfortably. I mean, it's just going
Oh
to be
yeah,
an
yeah.
issue. There's no way.
It's unfortunately like it's gonna be it's dead on arrival. There's not really much you can say
Yeah,
beyond like the niche of who's gonna get this is already so small, and the niche who can afford it is even smaller, and then the niche
yeah,
who's asking for
and
it's even
getting it is
smaller.
a gamble too because you enter a lottery to get the Steam machine, so you're not even guaranteed one. You have to get to a lottery to be able to get a Steam machine if you want to actually pay for it the full price. Um, I mean, but also with, like I said, with the Xbox and PlayStation and even Nintendo is $50 going up to $50 in December 1st. It's not a big price hike for Nintendo, but still it's a price hike where everybody's increasing their prices, and you're gonna end up pricing out people and have them. I mean, if they keep pricing it so hard, like that, you're gonna have people who just can't afford to game anymore. I mean,
I
they're gonna,
think I think we're gonna hit the stage where right now all gaming development is on hold in terms like I'm assuming that the PS6 is gonna be on permanent hold, and I think all like hardware, all the big money like cost factors are going to be on hold for a while. So I
yeah,
don't think there's going to be a new gaming. Like I looked it up. PS6 was estimated 2027. I think right now they're going to push that back as long as they can, because as you mentioned, even like the current hardware, the price has gone up. There's definitely no way you're going to upgrade the hardware to something like that's remotely close to that. You're gonna The price is going to keep going up. So there's no point in releasing a PS6 at $1,000 if legitimately no one can afford it.
yeah,
So I think we're gonna get to an age where the norm. I mean, you mentioned earlier like the $50 Nintendo Switch game, or it was $60, right?
yeah.
Uh, I even think before all this pricing hike, they were already estimating Grand Theft Auto 6. Is that where we're at now?
Yes, yeah, it's gonna be $80 for the regular and $100 for the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, like they're already like the gaming development cost is going up, but the hopefully the quality of the game goes up. But they're saying like these games are already going to cost way more than they used to. So that's gonna be a pain point. I mean, we have so many games coming. Like right now, I was going to buy Invincible Versus,
Yeah,
but now there's also what 2XKO, and then now there's also what
the
the Mortal
token, Emerald
Kombat, the
token,
Street
whatever.
Fighter, Tokon. Like there's so many games coming out. So like the amount of people who buy all these games is going down. The prices are going up. Yeah, like you said, we're getting to a point where it's like
You're gonna price out
the
gaming.
cost, the return on investment on gaming is going like so down that like I don't honestly think I'm gonna buy another system until probably 2030 at these price hikes. So like what
I
I can't
if
afford it.
if from so we're fortunate enough to get offers for review codes and stuff in games to test out and what have you, uh so we can record them and give our thoughts. But I think this is going to be a time where if it keeps going this way 6 months from now, where if it we're at a price where like systems too high, games is too high, things are in the world aren't going well for everybody, money wise. I think this is going to be the time where indie developers thrive, where they come out with their $10 games, $15 games, and they thrive because I mean, fuck that Mecha Chameleon game I bought. Have you seen the game, the hide and go seek
Yeah,
game?
yeah, yeah. The hide and go
That
seek.
sold over like I think 7 or 8 million copies, and it's like $5 for it, and that's sold. And it's such a simple, easy game, but you get some streamers doing it, and then it gets popular, and then boom, 8 million copies for a game that costs, I don't know, maybe a couple 100,000 to make, maybe if that, or develop, or some time. I mean, you're just kind of a Scrooge McDuck right now. You're swinging money, but
I know I am I'm dabbling. I'm actually I know I've coined it Dre ADHD, right? Because I have like a ADD complex,
mm-hmm,
ADHD, right? I'm actually making a board game, a digital board game, and trying to like figure out how to take old hardware, like hardware that's like easily found at eBay, and be able to make this game that people can play. Because I'm trying to make something that's a game that you can Like if you want to go buy the parts at a store, more
Yeah.
power to you. But I wanted to make it so like I just want people to have fun, honestly, right? So
Hmm.
I'm making it so like here's if you wanted the 3D print this at home, this is how you do it. You want to go make you don't even have 3D print. You can just take some cardboard cutouts and do this. Like I'm on that same trip where like the game is like a $5 game that's hopefully hundreds of dollars of fun, but just make it an easier game to ultimately do. Um, yeah, because like that game you said, it's basically it's literally just stick figures running around like with
Yeah.
guns, and then you like hide stuff. And I saw it's one of those like almost like deductive reasoning games, kind of like but like hide and seek. It does
Yeah.
seem fun.
I bought it for us to play.
Oh, that's cool. Like I was gonna say, the thing I see about those games though is like they don't have staying power. I guess the word I'm looking for. Like they're like high dopamine hit
Hmm.
early on, but like the gameplay loop is so the same. Like it by day 10, it's like okay, I wouldn't say over it, but it's just the same thing over and over. Like it is fun, but there's nothing, no staying power, right? Like
Yeah.
I
See
get
the
like Final Fantasy 10 or 7 remakes for like 100 hours. I can't imagine putting 100 hours into Chameleon, whatever the game
So
is.
I think in that respect for that game, dopamine hit is streaming it and getting the audience reaction. That is your hit. Like
Mm,
you can sit and start a game and it can monotonously be just doing walk around the game and hiding. And you find somewhere to hide out and you hang out there for X amount of minutes or what have you. But I mean, you're interacting with an audience and people. That's your hit. Like your dopamine hit gets transferred from the game to the audience if if the game isn't sustaining that hit, then you look to the audience to do so. And that's that. I think that's why it's got so big with streamers. So it's so simple that yes, you can get bored of it really quick. Like I play a couple games like, oh, okay, I'm good. But I mean, if I was streaming and I had an audience talking to me, then yeah, I be apt to play it longer because I can talk to my audience longer and then kind of just have an interaction and get that excitement or what have you. That dopamine hit comes from there. But yeah, I mean, you mentioned GTA 6. It is coming out $80, $100 for the Ultimate Edition. But see that, but GTA 6 for me,
Riddle,
like,
before you
what's
keep
up?
going on, riddle me this real quick.
What's
Is
up?
that worth it? Like, I've never,
I think it is.
like, okay,
That is.
because like the
I think
last
for G
GTA I played was 3, and I was like, this game was okay, but it's,
they are currently still like making hand over fist money with GTA Online, and that's GTA 5. That's GTA 5 like, that came out back in the PS3 era. So it's been out for quite a while, and I played the campaign. I beat the campaign. I had fun with the campaign. And it's like what 30, 40 hours or so of that. Plus, there's always new things to do. You hop in GTA Online. If you pay what like roughly they always talk about like $1 an hour, right? So you can easily
yep.
put 80 hours into a game comfortably into GTA. You do the campaign, then you hop into online and play it there. But I mean,
See, I've
there's
never, like I said, part 3 is the last one I played. I didn't even know GTA Online had. I'm looking actually right now. It's
yeah,
up to 30 players. Like, what do you do? Like, you just go on and shoot each other, or do you like
there's
build
different
a?
things you can do races, you can do little obstacles. There's people make courses and do stuff. You just have just silly much of silly fun. I mean, that when the big GTA leak happened a while back, and they thought, oh, we'll get some GTA information, and all they found out was like they're making like $1 million a month or so, right? Like on GTA Online, so they're still ranking in the cash, and they're always doing updates for it as well and different things. I mean, but and GTA 6 won't have GTA Online for a while, like not at launch. It's gonna wait a while and they're kind of, I guess, trying to weed out or find a way to transition people over from GTA 5 to GTA 6 online. Excuse me.
Here's a
But
riddle.
what's
Here's a
up?
question for you. How much money do you think GTA Online makes in a year?
Well, if I say $1 million a month, that's $12 million a year.
Okay, well, it is estimated that GTA Online makes annually $500 million a
Oh,
year.
I was a tad off.
They say on average, and this is just me Google searching it. So who take that with a grain of AI salt, right?
Yeah.
GTA Online generates an average of $9.59 million per week, roughly 500 annually. That is wild to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like, they've been having that. They've been doing GTA Online for years and years and years. So
I know, like I looked it up. I think it started in 2013. So could you imagine just making like $9 million a
a
week
week.
for 10 plus years? That is wild to me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just, I don't
That's crazy. That's crazy. Though. We're on the wrong business. I don't know
know.
why we're running a podcast. We could be making a GTA Online farm or whatever how you could people would do that. I don't know,
hmm
but that's just crazy that he would make that much money. But yeah, so I'm hard pressed to understand like how much it would do or how bad. I just don't know. So you're saying at $80 or $100 a month, that doesn't sound that far off what you kind of expect, or the quality of the game is going to be that intense
Well,
because
it's a
it
it's
looks good. I just don't know what else to do. Yeah.
because, well, if you play GTA 5, even 4, like with Nico, like you can see the progression of time and effort they put into the games and the world and how big the world is. Like this is going to be, I think they said GTA 6 is going to be like a multiple times bigger than GTA 5's map. GTA 5's map was huge. I mean, so like you have a full world map, and like it will take like literal minutes to drive around the whole fucking state. I think it's just kind of it's based in like a GTA version of Florida, so you get like the whole Florida. I'm not sure like the whole state, but like you're gonna get a big chunk of Florida ish, in there.
Are you think it's going to be like Manosphere content and like all the?
Well,
It's
yeah,
just going to be like all the memes of the last like 20 years, huh?
yeah. I
Because
mean,
I saw the preview and they had like even like I'm not that big on memes and skibidi toilet and all that bullshit.
yeah,
Like I could see like, oh, I know that dude. They're making fun of that one tattoo dude.
yeah.
All right, yeah, it's hilarious. It's wild.
I mean, and the $100 version gets you the only perks that your $100 version will get you, rather than the regular version, is you'll get access to some clothing, cosmetic stuff, some tattoos. But I think you also get access to two different bonus missions. So like,
Hmm.
I wonder what's gonna happen if you don't buy the ultimate edition. But will those bonus missions still be there? Will it be a building or something that you can't go into, or a lock building? But maybe you can unlock it later for a certain price.
You're not afraid GTA Online 6 or say 6 GTA GTA 6 is too woke for a
Too woke? No.
he's gonna be all woke.
See, there's both sides, because I mean Florida, so there's
I'm
gonna be
really just
plenty of
joking.
there's gonna be plenty of fucking jokes to be had. But I really think that, I mean, from what I played from GTA, when I remember GTA 5, um, like like the jokes are there. They poke fun at things, um, but I mean, I think that it won't be too woke like that. Like if you go like, oh, it's too woke, but like there's gonna be some things that are getting pushed. They have to take shots at somebody. I mean, it's gonna happen. That's GTA is known for, taking shots, taking risks, and whether it be like uh, figures from down there or actual locations from down there. I mean, what do you have down there? You have Disney World. You have a couple of the Universal Studios, whatever, like that. Like, I'm not sure if they have any beef with them. I think that GTA 5 had an Ubisoft type building, like because the way it was where it was located, like in the game. I'm trying to remember, but I think it was like an Ubisoft type level, building that
Hmm.
was named similar, but they had like a slight jab at Ubisoft. But yeah, so GTA isn't shy about taking jabs and making jokes about other people's expenses. But I'm just
Hmm.
excited to see what happened. And like the anticipation of like people calling off a day or getting asking for days off that day is just wild right now. Like, everybody's talking about like, oh yeah, this is the biggest, like you might as well not go to work that day because so many people are calling off of work. And like not and not just people, like, oh, kids, like adults, because like fuck, like check it out, like when what this came out 13 years ago. So 13 years ago, how old were you when you played it? You loved it, and like, oh yeah, like you played GTA 5, and then what? You're at this age now, but you still want to play GTA 6. I mean, you're still gaming.
Yeah. So yeah, even if you were 13 when GTA 5 came out, that was 13 years ago. So
You're
you'd be
26.
28,
26.
26. Yeah, I don't know why math is bad in my head.
No
That's
worries.
wild.
But you're 26. You're trying to find out, trying to figure out what the fucking how you gonna play it. And PlayStation is boasting that it plays better on GTA on PS5 than Xbox, and then everybody's raising the price, and in preparation for this game to come out, everyone wants to have the better system to play on. But hey, if you don't have a system to play on because you didn't know which one to choose, and you're like, oh, I'll stick with my 360 or my Xbox One X or whatever, like, and then or your old PS5, whatever, and then they're okay, well, I want to play this game, I'm gonna have to buy a new console, and so it's just that's what, again, why I named this episode C.R.E.A.M, is because just cash, cash, cash,
Yeah,
everything.
it's wild how things are so expensive. You know what? And this is just on a side note because we're talking about cash. I have a lot of old memory. I wonder if it's worth anything now. It's definitely like AM2 and AM3, but I wonder what the memory price is going up, if that's worth any cash now.
I mean,
It's
unless the
crazy.
DDR5, I don't think it's worth anything.
Damn. Because I remember, and this was back to cash. I remember listening to a repair shop
Mm-hmm.
who's like they had a bunch of old laptops and he said it was quicker or it was cheaper or sorry more bigger ROI to take all the laptops they had and just remove the memory
Mm-hmm.
and sell that to a company than it would be repair those laptops. Like the money just has all shifted thanks to good old AI.
Yeah.
So yeah, hmm,
Well,
that's where we're at
we
nowadays.
can only hope that for some, hopefully that the everything changes, and we can, or something with the winds change, and our prices for everything goes down, so we can actually afford things, and have live comfortably like we're supposed to. We it's just, I didn't think, I don't know. I mean, we're also even,
It's a full stream. I
yeah.
was gonna say. So at the end of the day, do you think or do you
Go
have any
ahead.
interest in buying a steam machine? I honestly do think, after all this complaining, bitching, and whining about price, I still, at the end of the day, think I might end up buying a steam machine only because I do like the idea. Because right now, I take my Steam Deck and I brought that little like what do they call that little that connection doohickey so I can connect
Yeah.
it to my TV. I would like the idea of just being able to have a little Steam box there and replace my current my what do they call it, HDPC thing where I have my so I have a computer connected to my TV. That's where I
Mm-hmm.
watch my streaming content, and then I have my Steam Deck on HDMI too. So I have to connect that to the little external doohickey. I would love to combine all that into one device. Where if I want to play Steam on my computer, or sorry, if I want to play Steam on my TV, I can do that. Or if I want to go back to watching media, I can connect my controller like I used to do my old PS3, where I had my PS controller and I can go to Netflix and that. So I, at the end of the day, will probably still end up buying it, even though it's cost so much. Um, I will be bitch about it all the time, but I think I will get more,
But
I would say,
you don't
fun out of
record
it.
though. You don't record gameplay or stream, do you?
Right. I don't do that
Yeah.
yet. Correct.
So there's no reason for you to have a PC to do so. So yeah, I mean, yes, if for you, your situation, if you want to, I mean, we're gonna move your Steam Deck. I
Yeah.
mean, are you still gonna
I'm
use
that
your Steam
raw,
Deck?
I'm that rare breed of people who play games just to have fun. It's
Yeah.
just wild. Yeah.
I mean, are you gonna still use your Steam Deck just for
Yeah. I mean,
travel?
that's on the
I mean,
go. I can put that on my like, I can do it on a plane. I recently so I bought these like I don't know, they're like they're kind of like glasses.
mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to get my Quest 3 to connect to my Steam Deck so I can play it on that. That did not go so well. But now I have a little pair of glasses I can like literally just jack right in and I can now play Steam games on my glasses. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're like little like they call them XR glasses. So I can play them on that. So I've gotten more work out of it. So now I can like put those on, and then I can lean back in my airplane and play a game while it's like leaning back, relaxing. It's a fucking awesome little thing they can do nowadays. So I really do enjoy the Steam Deck. Um, I'm gonna bitch, cry, and moan about how much I'm gonna cost for a Steam machine, but I'm probably gonna get one. And at the end of the day, if the Steam machine and the Steam frame, I think that's the VR, if they seamlessly go together, I'll probably end up buying one of those. So I'll probably be 2,000 short. And then, like, as you said earlier, cash rules everything around me, Cream. I'm gonna be bitching about how much money I don't have. The same year this time, like, man, I don't know why I spent all that fucking money, but I will probably enjoy it nonetheless.
Yeah, there's no, I do not see myself any need for a Steam machine in any way, shape, or
Gotcha.
form. I don't. I mean, I play Steam games. I play them on my PC. I record them there. I edit there. Everything's. I mean, it's just my. It's all in one here. That's it. I don't have any. I mean, unless for some reason they have come up with the ability to have a built-in recorder, and then they build in like a way to like integrate. Well, I'm sure you
Your
have.
biggest pain point is just recording. It's like
Well, I'm
it's
saying
not
that,
even
but
the
like, well,
price.
I'm just saying, but I'm looking at my personal, me personally, like what I
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
what we use it for, like for us. Like, yeah, I play games and everything, but also I do things for the channel, and I'm like sitting like hop around and connect things just to record. I can just turn my PC on and play and record there. But I have to look at everybody's situation is different. That's what I said. And for you, you don't stream or record, so you should be okay. We record the studio, but that's not the Steam machine. But I do that and I need that. So I mean, to have an extra set of wires and cords and plugs to plug in, it just seems unnecessary and a hassle that I don't want to deal with.
I will let you know if you can record directly on a Steam machine, so you may just change your mind.
But still, for $1,000, like even then,
Yeah,
like
yeah, no, I get it.
I don't know. I can't see myself parting with $1,000 for a Steam machine.
Yeah,
No.
no, like I said, I 100% like at $700, I would have already picked one up. At 1,000, I'm holding off until I have the money to get one because yeah, I actually like the Steam Deck so much that this has become my go-to when I play any games. Like I said, I packed my. I don't even know where my Switch 2. If you ask me to pull out my Switch 2, I would have to actually think where it is because I genuinely do not know because it's packed away somewhere. But my Steam machine is my go-to.
It's
I'm
your
about to
bottom
build.
bitch.
Yeah, like I'm about to build a custom case so I can charge it while walking around. I bought glasses, like the little XR glasses, so I can play it on the go, like in a car and shit. Like it is my go-to machine. Um, Even my PS5, I only play PS5 games. So like when Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy 7 3 comes out, I'm gonna be playing my PS5.
Yeah.
But everything else I play on my Steam machine, Steam Deck. So Steam machine seems to me like I may be able to replace my PS5. Like I genuinely hate the idea that pay I have to pay for an online Nintendo account and an online PlayStation account, and it seems like I'm paying $300 a month just to play my Steam Deck. I play that more, so
Yeah.
I might be saving $300 a month soon. Like that, at the end of the day, like I said, it is an upfront cost that is like $800 to $600 upfront that I don't want to pay, but that might in its like 2 years time will pay for itself to me. So we'll see. I don't think a lot of people take that angle. Like I honestly think that's something to consider. Like again, Nintendo Switch 2 costs there's a base price and then like there's like the
The bundle.
online
Oh
cost.
yeah.
Yeah. And which a lot of people like I have the one where you can play all those games, but it's like it is like 100, maybe it's even $100 a year, but at some time that's gonna pay for itself if I just don't have to pay for the subscription. Because they're paying online costs in general
Mm-hmm.
and now Nintendo Online costs. I mean, what we talk about again. At the end of the day, I can see it's not for everybody, but I will probably end up getting one in 2 years' time.
Gotcha. All right. As we wind down this episode, thank you all for listening and or watching. This is we're doing a remote episode today, so if we do see the video version, it's just gonna be a picture of the logo and then our audio. But we will be back with more gameplay and videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday being the podcast. Available on iTunes and Spotify for audio, and then here on YouTube for video. On that note, we shall see you guys later.
Peace.